Welcome to Nature Book Review, a video showcasing books on nature and wildlife.
Life of plants and animals is interesting, intriguing. There are some plants which eat animals. There are some plants whose flower mimic insects. There are some insects who mimic flowers. There are some creatures who are surviving for millions of years without evolving their body pattern. There are some insects who can generate 100 degrees Celsius in their body. There are some creatures which you cannot kill them. You crush them, freeze them, boil them, yet they are alive. There are some creatures who have survived to live in the urban environment. Then there are some creatures who are masterminds in the oceans. Then there are some creatures where father takes role of mother. There are some creatures who does not make their own home. They have their young ones reared in somebody else's house. Then there are some creatures who play dead when they feel threatened. Then there are some creatures who does not require separate male and female. Both the organs are in the same organism. So here is the book that tells us about so many hidden things. Nature's Secret World, Hidden Mysteries of Plants and Animals.
Nature's Secret World, the hidden mysteries of plants and animals. Here you can see a photograph of a Venus flytrap with the fly about to get killed. There is no name of the author. In fact, there is no single author. It is written by different authors from different fields, zoology, botany, etc. Let's go through the book. It is a Marshall Cavendish publication. Now you will see the contents. There are different chapters categorized: strategies for survival, adapting to the environment, specialized structures, sexual and social behavior, and working with natures. It is related to man and humans and animals. Okay. So the editor is James Harrison. It is published by Marshall Cavendish Books Limited in 1982, and this is a 1984 reprint. So here you can see mimicry amongst butterflies, different types of herons, then how animals have adapted to survive in the human environs, a pepper moth, how melanism, that is how the moth became darker as the pollution increased. Okay, now there are some creatures like this snake who play dead, exactly like that. They open their mouth, tongue is out, so the attacker will feel that the animal is dead. Sea serpents, one of the nature's strangest anomalies. Snakes that have adapted to life at sea so well that they are helpless on the land. It is difficult for them to survive and maneuver on the land. Then this is the ultimate survivor. For last 300 million years, this creature hasn't changed. The king crab. And of course, it is used in laboratories because its blood is supposed to be medicinal. Then a pufferfish, how it blows itself up when it feels threatened. Then some orchids which can grow from seeds. Here is a bee orchid which mimics like a bee. So bee settles on it, especially the honeybees, and they settle on this thinking that there is a bee, but there is no bee. So in a process they cause pollination. Then rotten world of fungi, beautifully colored fungi. Yes, so this is the creature called as tardigrade. It appears like it is out of the world. You can boil it, freeze it, the tardigrade still gets up to walk away, and it can switch itself off for the years at a time. Means if conditions are not favorable, it will undergo dormancy for many years, and it can again start walking when it feels like it can walk. Then night creatures, cockroaches, koala bears. Then this is a special land, Australia, land of pouched animals, the marsupials. Then the butterflies and other creatures like caterpillars having eye-like structure on them, a kind of mimicry. Then life in the desert, cold desert as well as hot desert. Then evolution in isolation, that is on islands. Galapagos tortoise, finches, marine iguana. Then the life in the reef. Let's go ahead. It's a beautiful book. You can see the book is full of photographs, nice photographs, and each photograph is supplied with the footnote. The text is, if it is on the single page, arranged in two columns. They are not justified on the right side. The font is fairly readable, crisp. The background keeps on changing. It's not always the same color, but yes, it's good book. Grow your own. That means a starfish can break his leg and it can grow back again, like a lizard, gecko tail. This is the bombardier beetle, which can generate a temperature of 100 degrees. Hydrogen peroxide spray. Then woodpeckers, you know, they bang on the trees, so how their brain is shielded from those mechanical shocks. Brood parasitism, like cuckoo puts her egg in somebody else's nest. Then what is the point of sex? There are no males and females. A single individual is enough. There is a phenomenon called as the parthenogenesis, where female gives birth to young ones like this Daphnia. There is no requirement of males, but of course the young ones are clones. Genetically they are similar. Cannibalism. Then prairie dogs, the beavers, the dam builders. Then a creature, the spider, who can make a web which is tougher than steel. Then male loses his life after mating, the female feeds on it. Then there are plants which lay eggs without making a nest. Then bird calls. Then of course last is how humans study them, how human has caused depletion in those, threatened those. Then the dogs who have their origin in the wolf, and how do they photograph them. Okay, so here you can see how a laboratory setup is made to photograph a particular creature, and at the end there is an index. So it is a very beautiful book about the hidden world of plants and animals.